Syed Ali Jaffery, who's a research associate with the CSSPR, joins us online. Thank you very much, Ali, to have joined us. Ali, how important is this national security policy, and how will it take Pakistan as becoming a stronger nation and also stronger relations with its neighbors?
Thank you very much, Umar, for having me here. I think the first thing that makes the security policy important is that this is the first consolidated document that looks at all facets of national security. Uh, I say this because it will reorient the debate on national security in Pakistan, which was primarily focused on military and border security. But Pakistan wants to, put its citizens at the center stage of security. Because if your citizens are not secure, if your citizens are not happy, and if they're not developed, you can't feel secure from within and without. And only if you are strong and cohesive from within, you can then branch out and you can expand your power base and potential, uh, and that will allow you to improve your foreign policy potential going forward. um, it's very important to also understand that when you talk about security is a very dynamic concept.
Of course.
And in this day and age where information, where economy, and where data protection and other things of such kinds and types are becoming very important, we have to understand that if we do not focus on all elements that go on to constitute national security, we'll stand to lose. And this is why I believe a comprehensive document, which will be available to the public, is very essential for Pakistan. And this is something that could, policy documents provide guidelines to
Of course.
governments and institutions. So those guidelines were missing for the past 74 years, and this, I think, is a very good initiative that Prime Minister Imran Khan and the National Security Division have taken.
All right. Ali, let's come to you. What do you feel 2022 is going to go and bode for Pakistan as far as its economic relations with other countries are concerned? Because, of course, as I said, one of the main focuses in this policy is also on economic diplomacy. Do you feel economic diplomacy is the need of the hour, and that the year 2022 could be a game changer for Pakistan in that respect in the framework of this national security policy?
Well, Umar, it all depends on us. As you rightly enunciate, that economic security and economic diplomacy are two of the foci of this new security paradigm that Pakistan has brought to the fore. Uh, these two phenomena depend on our ability to offer something new to the world. For that, we need to undertake a series of structural and painful economic reforms. Because if we want to present ourselves as a country that is economically propitious for other nations to invest in, to do business with, and to allow for economics to give us strength in the foreign policy domain, we need to change the ways in which we worked before. We need to make sure that the environment is investment friendly. There are bureaucratic hitches that need to be resolved, and we also need to look at long-term planning and strategic thinking. The good thing about this policy is that a lot of long-term planning went into the making of this policy, and unfortunately, Pakistan has been stifled. Its growth has been, attenuated by the fact that we have looked at tactical and short-term, benefits rather than looking at the long-term effects of our policy choices. So one, that we need to carry out reforms. Two, we need to think long term. And three, we need to sell our story well. And we can only sell our story well if we do a good job and a much better job at home.
Finally, Syed Ali Jaffery, 2022 to 2026 are going to be very important years as far as Pakistan is concerned, its relationship with the countries and the whole region, and also this national security policy that covers these very years. Do you feel Pakistan can formulate itself to be a very strong nation in the region thanks to a document such as this one?
Indeed, Pakistan certainly has the capability and the potential to become a very important player in the region. It is already a very important player, as evidenced by its organization of the OIC summit recently. Um, and it has to take on a leadership role in the region going forward, because unless it does not, then Pakistan would, miss out a lot on the very many
That
opportunities
is so
that
true, and
this
Pakistan
region
cannot
provides
miss
us.
out on a
But
lot
this
on what
would
is happening
require,
in the region.
you
So
talked
many
about
developments are happening, Syed Ali Zia Jaffery, that Pakistan needs a document such as this national security policy in order to strengthen itself internally and also strengthen its relationships with the other players. Thank you very much, Ali, to have joined us as well.